Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, Alex, and today we're going to be going over all the different ways you can do a push-up with the push-up punisher. All the different ways you never wanted to know you can do a push-up. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first push-up that we're going to do is nothing fancy. It is a standard medium width push-up. What that means is we're not having our hands close together or we're not having our hands set further apart than normal. What a medium distance is going to look like depends on you and what's comfortable for you. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this. So we're going to go out, arms straight, and I'm going to have it about shoulder width or a little further. We're going to go up onto our toes and just like a plank, drop our hips down, supporting ourselves. From here, you're going to fall towards your hands, elbows out, and press back up. You don't want to keep your elbows too close to your side or too flared out. Just a nice 45-degree angle from your hands, down and up. If you want, you can always drop to your knees. It's going to relieve a little bit of the difficulty going down and up. That's all you need to do your standard push-up. All right, so now we've looked at a standard push-up going from your toes or your knees. The next one we're going to look at is a wide grip push-up. What that means is we're going to set our arms wider apart at about a 90-degree angle from our sides. And we're going to go down to a 90-degree bend in our elbows. What that's going to look like is we're going to go out into our standard push-up position. You're going to have your hands set further apart than you did before, and you're going to drop down 90 degrees in the elbows and right back up, keeping that core tight. Smooth, steady motions. Down to 90 and back up. That's a standard wide grip push-up. All right, now that we've looked at a standard and a wide grip push-up, we're going to look at a close grip push-up or a military push-up. This is going to involve a lot more of your triceps, which is the back of your arm, because we're going to be keeping our elbows close to our sides the entire time. Meaning our hands are closer and our elbows are tucked during the entire duration of the push-up. What that looks like is we're going to go down, placing our hands closer than we have before, but leaving enough room for your elbows to come back. Going down and pressing back up. Don't let those elbows flare out to the side, down and up. That's how you do a close grip or military push-up. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do is an incline push-up, meaning that we're going to be at an angle with our head at the top. This is a great way to relieve a little bit of the intensity, and the greater angle you're at, the easier it is. So you can even do this against a wall if you would like, at a near standing position, just to use the chest a little bit and not having to worry about too much else. The further you go down or the closer you are to the ground, the more difficult it's going to get until you arrive at a standard push-up on the ground. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using this chair. What you're going to do is you're going to align yourself in a push-up or plank position, bringing those hips forward, making sure that your surface is nice and secure, dropping towards your hands, and pressing out and back away. You can keep your elbows close to your side or flare them out depending on what's more comfortable for you. Going down and coming up. That's how you're going to do a standard incline push-up. All right, so we just finished a incline push-up. Next we have a decline push-up. So we're going to be at an angle again, but this time with our head at the bottom. You're going to need to put your feet up on something. That can be a couch or an ottoman or anything else. If you're worried about the surface itself being protected, you can always put down a blanket or make sure you're not wearing any shoes or anything that would damage the surface of what you're putting your feet up on. Once you're ready, you're going to be going into a standard push-up position. You could be close grip, medium, or wide grip. It's up to you depending on what kind of intensity and what part of your body you want to work. But you're just going to assume a standard position like so. Heading down and putting your feet up behind you. Holding yourself steady, keeping those hips down. Dropping into a push-up and pushing back up. Just like so. It's important to keep your abs tight here, not to let your back arch forward. Keep that tight, down and up, down and up. That's how you do a decline push-up. All right, so now that we've gone over several different types of push-ups, we're going to start adding modifications to the ones that we know. The first one that we're going to do is going to take a standard push-up and we're going to do a single-legged push-up with it, meaning that we're lifting up one of our legs. This is going to increase the difficulty in terms of balance as well as the weight that you're applying towards your arms and your chest. What that's going to look like is you're going to go into a standard push-up position. This can be wide grip, close grip, or anywhere in between. Going up Bring those hips down, and you're going to lift one of your legs up and place it on your other leg. Focus on balance, keeping that core tight. From here, you go down and up, a normal push-up. Or you can hold that leg in the air as you go down and up. Those are two different ways to do a single leg push-up. All right, so now that we've done a modification with our single leg push-ups, we're going to add a little more motion into that leg movement. The next push-up we're going to do is called a Spider-Man push-up. There isn't really a good way to describe this, so I'm just going to go right into demonstrating it. But do know, just like with the single leg push-up, you will be alternating. With the Spider-Man push-ups, you're going to be alternating each repetition. So you're going to go into a standard push-up form. Get those hips nice and low. As you go down, you're going to bring one of your legs up towards your elbow. It's going to look like this. Going down and up. Focusing on balance and stability, and then switching sides. Down and up. Down and up. That's a Spider-Man push-up. All right, so with our next push-up, we're going to add in a little more arm action. And you're probably thinking, but wait, Alex, push-ups already have a lot of arms. You are correct, and we're going to add more arm to that with an offset push-up. What that means is we're going to put one of our hands on top of a series of items, or an item, and we're going to give ourselves more depth than we would get otherwise. If you go too low on a push-up, you'll find that you're just lying there on the ground eventually. To offset this, there I said it, we're going to put our hand up on something, allowing us to get more depth than we would otherwise. What that's going to look like is we're going to use some items like what I have here, a series of books, starting off with my favorite cookbook, then my beekeeping book, and finally topping it off with the National Academy of Sports Medicine Certified Personal Training Handbook that I know very well. Let's go ahead and demonstrate. We're going to go down into a standard plank position, putting our hand on top of the item, or a push-up position, going down and up, getting that nice extra depth on that left side. Pressing back up, make sure to keep yourself nice and stable. Make sure that the items that you do have yourself on are stable and they're not going to slide out from under you. That's how you're going to do an offset push-up. All right, our next exercise is going to be an explosive push-up. That might sound scary, but trust me, it's not. It's just a lot harder than you think. What that's going to look like is you're going to go down into a standard push-up, either from your toes or your knees, at a nice, slower than normal pace. Once you reach the bottom of where you want to be, you're going to push back out very quickly. Not so fast that you push yourself off the ground, but just enough that you feel like you might almost have your hands come off the ground. What that's going to look like is you're going to go into a push-up form. You're going to nice and slowly come down towards your hands. And when you're ready, you're going to push back up, nice and fast, and repeat. Down, nice and slow, and up, all at once. That's going to be an explosive push-up. All right, so the last push-up form that we're going to do is going to be a plyometric push-up. Some of you might also know these as push-ups with a clap, because we all deserve a little bit of applause for getting this far in my video at least. What that's going to mean is we're going to go down into a push-up and you're going to push off, like I said in the last bit, explosively. The point of this is to come off the ground as far as you can, clap your hands together, and put them back in place before you faceplant into the ground. So this is going to be the most advanced technique that we have, and you have to feel very comfortable with your own strength, stability, balance, and form to really try these. So this is more for people who want to add a little bit of explosiveness to their push-ups. What that's going to look like is we're going to go down to a standard push-up form. You're going to go down into the push-up as fast or slow as you'd like, and you're going to push up and clap your hands. Going down, up, and catch yourself. Reset, down, up, and catch yourself. That's going to be a plyometric push-up. Alrighty, so we have gone over 10 different types of push-ups that you can use to heighten your exercises at home. I know that these push-ups will work perfectly with Krista's push-up challenge throughout the month of April. So if you want to increase the difficulty or add a little bit of spice to your push-up challenge, feel free to take anything that we went over here today. Otherwise, I want you guys to again take 3 to 5 of these style of push-ups. Do a certain amount of them. You're going to set that difficulty for yourself and repeat that for 3 sets or 3 times over. These are a great way to work different parts of your body, including your core, while keeping it as simple as simply doing a push-up. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that you're having a great time at home, keeping yourself busy. I'm sure there'll be a lot more coming from us here at Parkpoint, and we hope to see you all so soon back at the clubs. Have a wonderful rest of your month, and I'll see you soon.